Welcome to the English Bonfire, and this is part 13 of Arcanum of our adventure. And I think I'm 99% recovered from my illness, and so I'm quite happy to begin our journey. And yesterday we stopped here in Caledon. It was a long stream, and we managed to do a lot of things. I'm trying to calibrate the sound. So now today I want to focus on some I think on the main quest, because I want to update my my party, my characters, and to refresh the combination so that later on I can start dealing with smaller quests around the place to gain levels for my companions and for myself. Well, for that purpose, let's proceed, and I want to pay a visit to this. What? I didn't even enter. She already wanted to sell me something. So I'd like to buy one more restore life. Do I want to? Yeah, I think I do. And why? So I'll give it to Magnus, because
How can I help?
I don't expect Magnus to be dead anytime soon, so he could be a good fellow for that purpose. Oh, and I have this book that I wanted to read firsthand. So, how Nazardin defeated the... Could it be infamous? No, it's not infamous. I'm struggling to read this word. Nefarious, Aranax, and other stories. Gather around, dear children, and hear the tale of how Nazardin defeated the Nefarious, Aranax, child of darkness, many years ago, before even the oldest of the elven folk alive today was born to this world. Nazardin the Good ruled our fair Arcanum with kindness and the firm hand of justice. By the way, Nazardin is what I believe to be now his reincarnation, and Aranax is supposedly that red hooded creature that attacked me twice thanks to the bug in the script. So, and but Aranax was of the darkness and resented the rule of the light. Within his black heart he conspired to wrest control away from the virtuous Nazardin and his holy elven council. Nazardin in his goodness, and not knowing of Aranax's evilness, had bestowed a seat on the elven council to Aranax, and to repay his kindness, Aranax destroyed an entire city. Nazardin's heart was crushed. He condemned Aranax to the void, but Aranax had twisted several of the council to his nefarious ways, and there was war. This was a bitter war, my children, and if not for Nazardin, Aranax would have destroyed us all. But, as it always does, goodness won the day, though a sad day it was, as the great Nazardin lost his own life as he banished Aranax to the dark, eternal void. So, without the blessed Nazardin guiding our way, we would all be enslaved by evil. Remember this as you go to sleep, and know that Nazardin watches over us all. But beware, Aranax may still be lying in wait for those who do not mind their elders and keep to their studies. Well, that's a nice tale, and now we can give the book to Magnus.
How can I help?
To keep it. Yeah. So let's move to Roseberry, that place that was pointed out to us, which supposedly has the information how to locate this Tsenan, the city of dark elves. Roseberry or Roseboro, I will remember now. Yeah. And I think... Okay. Slow. Again.
Stop.
What? That was cruel, I should say. That looked cruel. Yeah. Oh, a ring. Cool. Let's continue. Before I go to the Dark Elves, I'll need to pay a visit to Tarant to buy some bullets. Maybe not Tarant, maybe Shrouded Hills, any city with bullets, because in Caledon I think it's impossible to buy them. Not a city for technology. So, this ancient stone is carved with what looks to be old runes and numbers. The plaque reads, "This stone was found in the middle of the ring of Brodgar. The meaning of the markings on its face are unknown. It has been moved here to protect it from the ravages of tourism, the MGMT. And this stone, the Roseboro Inn." So let's enter. Here we have to talk to the innkeeper. Yes, what is it? Could you answer some questions for me about this matchbook that I found at the crash of the Zephyr, at the crash place? Matchbook looks at it. Yes, this is one of our matchbooks. What question do you have about it, sir? I found it on a dead man at the IFS Zephyr crash. Did you know him? No, I didn't know anyone. Wait, yes. Yes, there was one person who it could have been. Who? Well, it is the strangest tale, really. Late one night I noticed all manner of strange light and sound emanating from the ring. Not long after the ruckus had ceased, a haggard and dishevelled man arrived here, inquiring about a room for the night. The poor fellow looked quite afraid. Really? What was so strange about him? He had quite an odd look about him, gaunt, clean-shaven, but with the features and clothing of a dwarf. Yet he could not possibly have been a dwarf. No, no dwarf I have ever heard of would sacrifice his beard to the knife. Even today I cannot say I truly knew his race. How very odd. He had no coin about him. I was about to turn him away when he offered me an exceptionally fine dwarven blade as compensation. A beautiful piece it was, inscribed with the initials BMC. It fetched quite the price when I sold it. He must surely have been a dwarf. Was there anything more? The only other inquiry he made of me was for the quickest route to Tarant. I told him that this was normally a lengthy journey, but that he was in luck. The maiden voyage of the IFS Zephyr would be leaving from Caledon shortly. It was surely to be the quickest way to Tarant. It wasn't luck that brought people aboard that doomed ship. Yes, the Zephyr was such an incredible tragedy. Oh yes, I let him know that he would need proper identification to board. He looked the type to be lacking such, so I referred him to a man I had heard of in Caledon, Mr. Ratze, rather a shady character, but helpful when it comes to passports. So he said he was going to get on the Zephyr. Are you positive? He thanked me and went to his room. When I awoke the next morning, he was gone. He didn't say a word, just left. Oh well, I told you he was a strange one. Anyway, that is the only person I know that would have been on that accursed flight. Thank you for the information, and just a few more questions, please. Well, first, thanks for the information. Let's save the game. See anything you like? Hello? What can I help you with? That's it. I think I got the information necessary, and I'll need to talk to Ratsea, that's in Caledon. The ring she was talking about is, I'm going to spoil a bit, it's kind of teleport place to the void, what we will later learn. So that dwarf is was Stenor, who gave us the ring, and who Bates told us about. So the story is slowly being clarified. Okay, so who do we have here? Hello, sir. Might I ask your name? Oh, of course. My name is Jason. Jason C. Guy, to be precise. What are you doing out here, Jason? Well, my good man, I'm studying the Ring of Brodgar. Studying? Why? I have always been fascinated with the Ring of Brodgar. It is strange. The histories always mention the Black Spire synonymously with the Ring of Brodgar, but its meaning is lost in antiquity. Perhaps it symbolizes the power of the wards. I do not know. I came here to study wards and to see how they are holding up. Wards. Yes, the rift that Nasruddin created when banishing Aranax required all of the great mages from the Age of Legends to set up powerful wards around the ring in order to keep the rift sealed. Why would they not be holding up? Technology has spread throughout the land at an amazing pace. I fear that its propensity would have caused the wards to weaken. That is why I'm here, to ascertain the strength of the wards. What have you found? The results of my studies are quite puzzling. As I suspected, the wards are weakening, but at a rate much more accelerated than I had originally calculated. What happens if the wards fail? I'm sure the great mages place such powerful wards in this place for a purpose, but many years have passed. That knowledge has been lost to us. I fear if they were to fail, something terrible would occur. That is very worrisome. Is there anything else I can do for you? In what area of study have you specialized? I learned many things from the great minds gathered at the great university in Toronto. My most extensive studies were in the colleges of chemistry and electrical. I earned full degrees in both areas. What of your studies in the field of magic? Tula is truly a city of wonder. The common man hasn't even an inkling of an idea as to the power that exists there. After much study and exhaustive practice, I was able to master the College of Temporal. The extent of your knowledge is astounding, Jason. Is there anything else I can do for you? Do you feel magic or technology will ultimately prevail? I have studied many things. I received technological training from the great university in Toronto. I have also studied magic in the wondrous city of Tula. Through all of my learning, I have developed a theory. And what theory have you come up with? I believe that all things work in cycles. Everything natural goes through cycles of ebb and flow. I believe magic and technology are no different. There is only one major flaw with my theory. What's that? This appears to be the initial appearance of technology. There is no known history that advanced technology existed before now. As a result, I am unable to prove my theory. An interesting theory. Have you searched for signs of such? Extensively, and to no avail. Say you are a traveler. If in all of your travels you come across any signs of ancient technology, I would greatly appreciate if you would let me know. It would really help with my hypothesis. And I actually have with me some specimen. I don't know why I don't have this option. Okay, I'll let you know if I see any. Is there anything else I can do for you? I must be leaving. I have some questions. No, I do have some.
What is it that you want?
Look, this is the ancient mechanism and ancient filament, ancient pocket watch. I don't know why. Hey, what's wrong? Why can't I? What? No questions anymore possible, but I have the technological examples. I don't know what's happening. Okay, maybe I first need to go to Vendigroth itself. It's this city of technology that Aranox destroyed. We read about this in the book. Well, fine. Hello, a pleasure to meet you. Hello, sir. What's your name? The name is Trevor Linwood. I'm a journalist for the Tarantian. Quite away from home, aren't you? The Tarantian, what are you doing here? Yeah, I'm on assignment, although it's not going so well. An assignment? Why isn't it going well? Well, it was supposed to be simple. Take a picture, get back to Tarant as quick as I could. Sarcastically, nothing to it, right? A picture. What we're supposed to photograph? The elusive Leith Wyvern. Ever heard of it? No, what is it? Well, legend describes it is a tremendous two-legged dragon. Wings, claws, the whole bit. The difference with the Leith, I read, is in its attack. A dragon, around here, what is different about its attack? Apparently, every time it strikes, it destroys a bit of its victim's memory, some sort of venom or something. After enough attacks, the victim can't even remember how to flee, and the Leith's got itself an easy meal. That sounds like a pretty dangerous creature. Yeah, from my research, I've surmised that very few creatures ever survive an encounter with the Leith, and those few that do usually don't remember exactly what or who they escaped from. I certainly don't see anything simple about that assignment. Well, I didn't really believe it. Thought it was all a hoax. I just came up here because my editor, Mr. Wright, wanted a hot story. He thought if he could get a picture of the wyvern, our sales would boom. I see why he'd want you to come. No luck finding the wyvern, huh? Looking pale. No, that's just it. I've seen it. A truly horrible beast. I caught the merest glimpse, but that was all it took. It was gigantic. My heart froze. My skin began to crawl. I'd swear I even forgot which way I should run. It sounds horrible. Didn't you get your photograph? I couldn't even snap one shot off. I was that terrified, and I'm not going back. There's no way I'm going back. What am I to do? Mr. Wright will find me for certain. You just need a photograph. You don't need to confront it. Yes, that's correct. I just need one photograph. Visibly terrified, but I can't do it. I can't tell you. No, not you, me. What if I were to get the photograph for you? You? You would want to risk yourself to photograph the beast. Why would you do that? Well, the adventure for one, plus I would be compensated, right? But of course, I'm being paid 500 coin for the shot, but I've spent part of that in supplies so far. I wouldn't be able to pay you any more than 300. 300 coin for risking my mind? I think it's worth more than that. Yes, definitely agree it's worth more than that. You know, you would be saving my career. I could throw in some of my own coin for that cause if you do it. I'd pay you the full 500. What do you say? It's a deal. What do I need to do? Here, take my camera. All you need to do is get within visual range of the leaf, then use the camera on it. After that, I draw like the wind. Here, I'll mark your map with the location. One more thing. I've heard rumors that an old bridge exists somewhere near that location. I didn't have a chance to look for it, but it may be of interest to you as an adventurer like myself. Thanks, Trevor. I'll get that photograph for you in no time. Yeah, that is the quest I need, because that's the bridge that I need to go to Caledon from Kintara and vice versa. Also, it's just a funny quest, and I'm practicing photography now, so for me it makes sense to take photos. Well, let's give Scimitar to Renkel. And I think Molochian Hand Amulet should fit him quite well, because he is this guy who actually belongs to the order officially and for many thousands of years. Can I earn some money here? Let's play the game. Questions for 500. Yes. Who would be least welcome in Tula? Dwarven technologist. Thank you for your 500 coins. And you, man? That's an assassin. This guy? Yeah, let's play. John Beddoes wrote. That's almost impossible to remember. Let it be the races of Arcanum. Oh, I guessed. Great. This lady? Yeah, let's play. It is rumored that Tula is located... Tula is in the Vendigroth Wastes. Yeah. The next. Might I ask your name? Frederick, if you must know. Peasant, no, please leave me alone. What? What? Why is he so rude? Very interesting. Okay. I want to play the game. Very disagreeable character. Yeah, let's play. The Magical College of Convents deals with, I think, the movement of things. Yeah. Conveyor. Saving. And yeah, we earned another 2000. What are people doing here? Why are they walking around like hell? Like mad. So... I think I can go to... What do we have here? That's the Broderick's Ruin. That's the graveyard. There is some shop here. And... I need to walk around this place later, but I will, because I remember there is some quest here, but I can't really recall. Ooh. You are captain of the guard? Interesting. So, first of all, let's pay a visit to the ruin. so slow? Okay. Yeah, that's the ring. From here... Virgil, what's happening with you? Suddenly he woke up and decided to heal me. So here we will teleport to the final location in the game, and yeah, now I want to find some place which is pointing to some quest later on. Where is the next mark? I don't think I should go to the forest. I think I should follow... yeah. The stone vault looks ancient. An inscription on its face reads, "You must know the word that opens all doors." And I don't know the password yet. Yeah, it's made for the point. Like, if I enter it now, I will spoil. Well, first of all, if I were playing for the first time, I would understand nothing here, and so that's why they wanted to prevent this from happening, which is quite understandable. Okay, Magnus, where is my shovel?
How can I help you? What do you need to know?
Nothing.
How can I help you?
Just give me your shovel. And I'm not sure if guards are around, so just in case, let's save. And one more grave. And one more grave. Oh, such a grave digger, like in Tom Sawyer book. Right. Tenan, Horror Among the Dark Elves. That's the quest book. Some money, decent gold ring, real grave robber. Ooh. Oh, some animals. What's this place? Just let's pay a visit. Hello, sir. Greetings, sir. Some questions. He looks around thoughtfully, then speaks to you, sarcasm dripping with every word. Does this look like a tavern to you? Perhaps you would like a drink while we hold a lengthy conversation? His mannerism suddenly turns menacing. I have nothing to say to you now. Remove yourself from my home. Do not force me to violence. That's some person who I don't know. Definitely some quest, but I don't know yet which. Okay, let's have a look at the book. I dedicate this to my dearest Raven. I would gladly face again these horrors and 1,000 others for only another moment with you. Ha. Dearest reader, it is only with the greatest fear and trepidation that I share this harrowing tale with you today. Even here, safe within the confines of my own home, I am still overcome with dread at the thought of what I am about to tell you, and what it might mean for me or those close to me. And yet, I feel compelled to do so, and the great muse guides my pen to this paper, and the words flow forth from the darkest regions of my heart and mind, where they have stayed well hidden until this very evening. I beg you, give ear to my confession, and, if it please you, take this tale from me and return only your belief, and trust that what you are about to hear is only nothing but the truth. My name is Ranford A. Terwilliger, born of the outlying regions of Ashbury, not far from the lair of Bellergrim, where they found the bones of the great dragon. My childhood was a bright one, full of happiness and light, and my parents gave to me all that a child might need. I was schooled both practically and excellently, and when my 18th year came round, I was accepted into Toronto University and ultimately found my way into the Toronto Zoological Society. Archaeology was first love, but my first assignment with the society was with the Cultural Anthropology department. It was somewhat of a farce, actually, but the society had been given an enormous grant by one of Toronto's leading philanthropists for a very specific purpose. That purpose was to confirm the existence of the Dark Elves. Every man, woman, and child in Arcanum has been raised on ghost stories and bedtime tales of these strange people known only as the Dark Elves. To the anthropologist, they are the proverbial oasis in the desert. Proof of their existence has always literally disappeared into the air. No man had ever set eyes upon them, and not one shred of physical evidence had ever been found to establish that they were real. Myths and legends were plentiful, but for the itinerant scientist, these mean less than nothing. What was needed was undeniable evidence, and I set out on this adventure with determination and confidence in my ability to bring forth just that. Had I known what lay ahead, I would have forsworn both anthropology and philanthropy, and returned to work as a day laborer in the Ashbury shipyards. Better than back-breaking work than the nightmares I face every night. Before leaving Toronto, I employed the services of a certain Jaren Bennell, an elven tracker who was recommended to me by the noble Mr. Quentin Payne, famous explorer, our future companion, and gentleman in every sense of the word. Jaren Bennell had been born in the Glimmering Forest, and it was said there wasn't a more knowledgeable man about the deep elven groves this side of the Stonewall Mountains. His fees were little less than reasonable, but I had been given enormous liberty in spending the allotted funds, and it was my honest opinion that Mr. Bernal was crucial to the success of the mission. I couldn't have been more correct. Within weeks we were well within the deepest and yet uncharted regions of the western Glimmering, and never once did the unflappable Mr. Bernal look to his compass or consult a map. Occasionally he would stand for a moment within a clearing or beneath a great tree, head cocked, eyes closed, but aside from these infrequent moments of meditation, it was all we could do to keep up with him. Upon the 42nd day of our journey, we came to a great meadow, seemingly alive with the multitude of birds and butterflies that flew above it. Crossing this fragrant and lively field was the one of the most vivid moments I'd experienced on the journey so far, and I was so enthralled by the scene around me that I almost missed the most spectacular vision given to the eyes of mortal man. Kintara, the great elven tree city, lay within the towering trees at the end of the clearing, hanging like cut jewel in the crown of a king. The mother tree, almost 400 feet tall, housed the intricately carved Hall of Truth, which stone white and smooth in the noonday sun. Impossibly thin walkways woven and out of the boughs of the great tree, not taking away from its natural beauty, but adding to it, as if the city were merely a convenient and beautiful tangle of leaves and branches, tattooed with the flowing runes and symbols in the ancient elven tongue. And among these, the graceful and lithe forms of the elves, singing their beautiful songs and looking down upon the ragtag group of men with curiosity and amusement. Of Kintaro I can say only this. The month I spent there was the best of my entire life. I learned much less about the Dark Elf than I would have liked, almost nothing at all really, but the moments I spent there were strange and wonderful and breathtaking, and I will not do them a disservice by attempting to put them into words. Suffice it to say that I learned there as a young man what often takes others a lifetime, and to my teacher I give heartfelt thanks and the warmest greetings. There is not a day that goes by that I don't think of you. We left the trees of Kintara with little more than the faint whispers about the dark elves and where they might be found. The elves of Kintara were very reluctant to speak of them, and they begged us to forget such foolishness and to go home to Torrent. I, of course, would hear no such talk, and we travelled on, north this time, as Mr. Benal believed he had uncovered a clue as to their whereabouts during his investigations while in Kintara. And he had discovered a name, Tenan, the home of the Dark Elves. We travelled for 17 more days, exhausting our supplies and sending most of the party back to Torrent. The forest had become thicker and more brambly, and it seemed that many of the trees were adorned with thorns, some more than a foot long. Another week and it was only Mr. Benal and myself, and we had agreed to return before the first of the month if we failed to find any further evidence of the Dark Elf's existence. That gave us 6 days to find Sinan, and we were pressed on despite our anxiety and fatigue. On the day before we had planned to return, the weather took a vicious turn. From out of the north came dark thunder heads, and lightning flew down from the sky like barbed lances of wildfire. It began to rain, and we found an uneasy shelter beneath the massive roots of one of the great trees, which seemed poised over us like a giant and grotesquely gnarled hand. I was shivering, and not altogether from the cold and rain. Weird shadows played against the trunks of trees as the storm strengthened and the lightning became more frequent. Thunder tore the sky above our heads. I looked at Mr. Benal, and for the first time since we left Torrent, I saw fear reflected in his eyes. I can't say when I first became aware of them, but one moment while looking out through the rain, I began to notice shadows that stayed even after the lightning had subsided. Those shadows became phantoms, the phantoms something worse. They were stock still, tall and wiry, ghostly faces the color of ivory with eyes of the blackest night. Their hair hung in limp strands against their foreheads and cheeks, and they stood unblinking, oblivious to the storm and its ragings. Benal screamed something to my right, and then was pulled bodily from our shelter to the roots above. He screamed once more and then was silent. I never heard from nor saw him again. I ran headlong past the elves in front of me, spinning blindly to clear a path. I was mad with fear, and my feet carried me deeper into the forest. I thought I heard dark and twisted laughter above and behind me, and shadowy figures darted among the trees to my left and right. Thorns tore at my arms and legs, and I stumbled among stones and the underbush, screaming incoherently. More than once, great elven arrows sunk into the trees around me, grazing my skin as they flew by. They were playing with me, enjoying the hunt, waiting for just the right moment. My head was light from exhaustion and blood loss, and I fell to my knees, gasping for air. When I looked up, I saw it. There, in the trees above me, was Senan, the home of the Dark Elves. Unlike Kintara, Senan was an abomination, slouched in the branches like a great beast waiting for its prey. There were sputtering fires all along its battlements, and great spikes protruding from every surface like dragon spines. And I saw robed figures, gaunt and terrible, lined along its walkways and looking down upon me, beckoning, it seemed, for me to join them. I screamed again, and the figures seemed to raise their voices in unison, a terrible call without sound of meaning, but I heard them nonetheless. They were cursing me, they were welcoming me. In moments I was surrounded again by my pursuers. Through the downpour I saw them unsheathe daggers, their ghostish smiles floating toward me as the thunder roared above. I closed my eyes, praying to whatever God would hear me. There was nothing else I could do. And then, from nowhere, arrows were flying from behind me and above me. In moments I was encircled completely with the half-buried shafts of the thickest hunting arrows, and the dark elves around me whirled to and fro in confusion. One pulled his bow from his back and noticed an arrow in one flowing moment, but was shot through the heart before he'd raised it past his shoulder. He fell silently unbelieving. The others looked at me for a moment, the purest hated harbored in their eyes, and then disappeared into the night, hands conspicuously at their sides. Amazed and spent, I fainted. I awoke some days later, many miles from northern reaches of the Glimmering. I was alone, but my wounds had been treated and my supplies had been replenished. I was back in Toronto not 2 weeks later. Never met my rescuers, but I can guess who they were and which they were from. I thank them if they are reading this. Without their aid, I surely would have died there in the shadow of Tsenan. And so, dear friend, again I beg of you to believe these words and the man who has told them to you. I do so now to share this burden with others, to gain comfort among those of my kind. At the very least, let these words stand as a warning to you. Often, evil is a tangible thing, and sometimes it is a people and a place. Such are the dark elves, and such is the hell that is called their home. I have never returned to the Glimmering Forest, and I pray that I never do. Some things are better left alone. Quite a remarkable book. As with many games and stories, there is a lot of, let's say, nonsense. I mean, it's not that scary there. It's very similar to Kintara, just that there are like different costumes and nothing special there. But, well, they're trying to create some suspense, they're trying to create some tension, you know, which I understand. So, what we will do now? Now we will go to this Leith Wyvern sighting. From there I'll go to buy some bullets, and after that we'll go to Tsenan and have some quite interesting conversations, meet a new character for our party, and the Broken Cathedral. Another location to loot.
It is done.
I must say I am speechless before the grace with which you wield your weapons of destruction.
I just wanted to kill those rats myself. They give a lot of experience.
It is done.
And they're easily shot. Wait. Okay. So, where is this dragon? Here it is. Okay. Have the shot. Now I'd like to shoot it. Hey! Now the legend finishes like that. What a pity. And that's the bridge. So, that was fast. Dragons unfortunately die like hell because of my bullets. So I think we'll go to Toronto. It's closer than Shrouded Hills, strangely, but it is true. One wolf slipped on the ice and fell and was immediately kicked to death. The second was just kicked to death. What a demise. Right, here we are, and time to spend money
What do you need?
and to sell some loot. Should I keep? Yeah, I'll keep this. So pocket watch, decent gold ring. I'll keep one amulet because, well, I believe Virgil has one. Does he?
What is it that you want?
He does, but, well, just in case, And let's barter, good sir. I need your bullets. Thank you.
It is done.
Let's wait one day. There'll be a lot of shooting.
It is done.
I'll need to kill about, I think, 20 dark elves. I think I need 2000 bullets. Because I'm not sure about the armor. Don't tell me that I wasn't far enough.
It is done.
Unfortunately.
It is done. It is done.
By the way, I need to give the book to
How can I help you?
Magnus. To be less burdened. Do I have any points to invest into my development? No. Okay. Fine.
It is done.
And last purchase. Okay. Excellent. What's my speed? Quite enough. So the boil, and we are going for big time shooting. I have one vacant place in my party, and that will be occupied there.
It is done. That's the way to show those bastards. I mean, good hit, sir.
Thank you. We'll also need to... Where is the body?
It is done.
They died on one place. What was I saying? Okay, doesn't matter. 40. 2 points to spend. I think 1 point strength. Now I want to have perception bonus. So what can I... maybe something here. Repair, pick locks, disarm traps. What's Virgil's level?
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer?
Oh, he is an experienced guy already, so don't need to use that. Then I have to take one thing here. Maybe Molotov cocktail. Handcrafted flintstock, flow spectrometer. What's flow spectrometer? I'll have 20 after windy growth. So it's not necessary. Okay, let's put 1 intelligence, 1 strength. Like that. So now I'm very clever. It was a very loud snarl from the dog. What? What is happening? Who are you fighting? Ah, the dragon. Okay. Passion root. Oh.
What do you need?
Oh, to
Yes, sir.
Witchbane. Oh, what a name. Strange sound. Like there is some generator around. But there is none. And I wonder why the game designers decided to make the trees like that. Makes no sense, but fine. Fine. Alright. I have arrived. Now let's move to talk to the Dark Elves. Hello guys, how is it? Get on with it, human. I'm here to see Mingorad. You're aware of the procedure. Where is your amulet, Molokian? Here it is. You may enter. Thank you. Stupid. Okay, so I'm here. This is the place of the Dark Elves. Well, you see, nothing scary. Where is everyone? Your village seems a bit empty. He looks at you suspicious. What is that information to you? And just who are you? I'm the Molokian Hand. Suppose I was simply curious. Then you should know that we are trying to accomplish. It would be very difficult to achieve our goals were we to stay in our village, would it not? Besides, if the location of our village ever became known by our enemies, they wouldn't hesitate to attack. It is best not congregate more than necessary, not only for our safety, but to assure our task is brought to completion. Thank you for information. Well, so they're all very rude. What does a human want from me? Speak human, do you know how? That was rather rude. I would like you to ask you a question. I see you're easily confused by facts. Can you tell me about the Dark Elves? Ask again, I'll show you something about them. I appreciate, ma'am. Okay, it doesn't really piss her off much. So let's move on. I want to find a lady in a cape. I can't see her. Oh, who are you? Fine. You will all be dead very soon. Just give me a couple of minutes. So that's where we talk. That's our new companion, and that's where we're going to start our fight. Okay, so first of all,
what do you want of me? I rarely speak with those of your kind.
I'm sorry, madam. Why do you say such things?
Pitiful creature. Why are you wasting my time with your drivel? You're obviously not fit to speak with me. Begone!
Madame, there must be something I can do to impress you.
Perhaps I will deign to speak with you for a moment or two. Consider yourself lucky.
There was so very much. Might I ask who you are?
I am Zan Aloran, warrior priestess of the Dark Elves. And who are you, stranger? You've never before seen the trees of Senang. Of that, I am certain.
I am a funny guy.
Honesty. You surprise me. You take a large risk in exposing yourself to me, especially considering what you are.
Well, funny guys are like that. And I've always found honesty to be the only road to real truth.
Impressive. That is a lesson that few learn in this life, although it seems so very, very simple. Oftentimes we walk in the shadows while trying to see the light, afraid of facing it before we really understand it. But both the journey and the goal are important, and rarely can we separate the two.
I agree. And what about you? What is it you seek?
I see things. When you walked into Senang, I saw something around you. A great latticework of wood and iron, and it carried a great weight, which weighed nothing at all. These are the visions I see. What they mean, I don't always know. But I do know that you are somehow important to me.
Why? What answers are you seeking, Xanalarin?
What do you know of the Dark Elves? Do you know the differences between us and our cousins in Kintara?
Yes, I know of the philosophical differences.
Then you know that the Dark Elves, like Aranax, want Arcanum to once again be ruled by elves, and elves only. They will stop at nothing to make this a reality. They've already done much, and are still doing so.
She seems almost to shudder. You keep saying they. Aren't you dark elves, Xanalarin?
Yes, I am. I am a dark elf. Sometimes that is a burden. I don't know exactly what I believe anymore. I see visions, and these visions tell me that there is something very wrong with what the Dark Elves are working for. Something very wrong with all that they have done.
Why? What have they done?
I can say no more. All I can tell you is that I do not know if my place is here among them, and that somehow my answers lie with you, and where you are going. But I won't lie about my loyalties. In the end, it is my own answers that I seek. When my choice is made, that is all that will matter.
I'm already anticipating her conversation with Logair. It's the best moment in the game. And I'm going to record this, and wow, that will be so cool, so cool. So if it's answers that we both seek, then why don't you join me?
You would have me, knowing I can make you no promises, knowing that my own answers will always come first? And you have no idea where we are going, and I will not tell you. Not yet. Not until I am sure of the right choice.
Yes, will you come with me?
Yes, I will join you on your quest. It may be that I can help you. I pray for your sake that I am not your or the world's undoing.
Good day. Well, that's definitely something. I appreciate that she joined me. Okay.
What is it you need? What would you like to know? This is Sinang, the home of the Dark Elves. I recommend you tread carefully here.
And anywhere. Let's check what she has. Unidentified robe. Well, not much protection actually. Oh, can I give her the ring? Well, not that not that she needs that, but well.
What is it you need? What would you like?
Now she has improved beauty, charisma, persuasion, haggle, I mean, excellent. Now, the magic. It isn't her who becomes the water, I think it is. It is, it is Raven. Yeah. How does she fight, I wonder? I don't remember. But, well, I have her in my company now, and I'm so happy. It's one of my favorite characters in Arcanum. Now, worth a select, I don't know why we allow you to leave. Hello? Do not have time for your ilk, human. Bet you really wish to hit me, do you not? You sniveling, pathetic curse. Okay. Hello, who are you? What are you doing here? Me is Morg, slave here. Slave, is that why you have not destroyed this insulting creature? Is that why you allow this insulting creature to treat you badly? Looking extremely frustrated. Won't kill much. Hey Tails, all this here. We're back to us, no one can fight. Big spell. Big magic make no fight. No can fight with elves. Makes much pain. Big spell, someone was holding you through magic. Who? Valnor, dark mage, very strong. Me. Hate much, want him dead. Want crush bones and hands, make Mog. Can do nothing. There is no way to break this spell? Snorts in disgust. Yes, can stop magic, must kill Valnor, must do thing Mog want to, but not can do. Make Mog may more angry. You have to kill him, or can anyone kill him? No need be me, no, he just need die. Then spell broke, Mog fight again. Realization dawning on his face. You killed Valnor for Mog? Perhaps. What would you do if I did? Mog kill all bad elf here. Crush each bone one by one. Mog have fun. Mog love tear them in pieces. Lug, troll, they won't kill them too. Motions towards taunting elf. This one die first. You make Valnor die. I'll see what I can do. I must be going. You know, I just realized that every time I played this game I organized a massacre here, killing each single dark elf. Do I want to do it now? Honestly, not really, because they haven't hurt me yet. I mean, not directly. And killing is no option because I don't want to descend to their level. So let's see. Let's first have a conversation with the Mingorad, and then see. This is Mingorad.
When my guards informed me a foot soldier of the Malokian Hand was here to see me, I couldn't guess what you could possibly have to speak with me about.
I've come to report on the search for the blimp crash survivor.
Judging from the hand's famed reputation, I assume you were here to tell me that the survivor has been located and eliminated.
Not exactly. The Panari have become involved.
Involved? In what way?
She smiles to herself as if you have said something humorous. You cannot be sure, but you think she's toying with you. They believe he is the fulfillment of some prophecy.
I don't think we need to worry about the Panari. They are harmless.
How can you be sure? I think they've hidden him from us.
I think you are searching for anything to excuse the hand's inability to locate the survivor.
We are more effective when we are given all necessary information.
And just what do you think we are keeping from you?
She gives you a long, studied look before she answers. There is some link between the BMC banishment and the survivor.
What could a possible link have to do with finding and eliminating the survivor?
We need to understand our pro's mind to predict his actions.
The only link between them would be information that the escaped dwarf passed to the survivor. We don't believe they had any knowledge of each other before they boarded the blimp.
That's very interesting. Where exactly did the dwarf escape from?
The Malokian hand should have no concern for the whereabouts of a few measly dwarves.
You think the survivor was attempting to contact them?
That would be an impossible task for someone of his limited resources. You will learn nothing from this line of inquiry.
What do you think the dwarf told the survivor?
We cannot be sure, obviously, but we assume it has something to do with why the dwarves were banished to the void. Sadly, Stenar, the dwarf from the blimp, was one of the most skilled engineers. His loss set our timetable back a fair amount.
Using baits in your scheme was a stroke of genius.
After all those years of trying to concoct a plausible excuse to banish a group of dwarves, that young fool stumbles in there and walks away with their cherished technology. Aranax himself couldn't have dreamed up a better scenario.
Aranax must have been furious that Stenar escaped.
What did he expect? He has them constructing a technological gate to weaken the ward so he can re-enter this realm, and he's surprised when one of them escapes through it?
Why hasn't Aranax returned? Stenar made it through.
Stenar had absolutely no magical aptitude. He was able to slip through the smallest opening without any danger to himself. If someone of Aranax's magical power were to attempt to come through before the rift was big enough, it would be an excruciating death, to say the least.
I think I have enough information to proceed now. Good day. So
What is it now?
I don't have to kill her. I don't have to kill her. I know who you are. The man before you is thin, wiry with grey, wolfish eyes. His fingers a dagger on his belt. He fingers a dagger on his belt. I'm sorry, what are you talking about? The man laughs. You wear the amulet of the Malocan hand. You show no respect to your master. Yes, of course, sir. So sorry, sir. I have no masters. You obviously know nothing of the hand traditions. Now the first option. Too late for that. Do you think that the hand doesn't know its own, or, give a pointed look, doesn't recognize its quarry? So you do know who I am. Who are you? He bows slightly. I am Gideon Lair, first blade of the Malocan hand. I have sought you for a long time, and here you are, having walked into my very arms. Interesting indeed. Yes indeed, I'm curious. Why do the Malocan hand want to kill me? Why else? We are assassins, my friend. We have been contracted to kill you. Is there anything else that need be said? But why? What did I do? Sadly, you've done nothing at all. The Original contract was for a dwarf named Stenar Rockcutter, who was posing as a gnome when he boarded the IFS Zephyr. You spoke to the dwarf and so involved yourself in his affairs. We have been hunting you ever since. And why did the Dark Elves want to kill Stenar Rockcutter? That is not important to me. The Hand are assassins. We provide a service which we perform very well, and we are paid for that service upon completion of our contract. Nothing else is important, my friend. The Hand has no conscience or morality. We are death. The death has now come to you. And now I can use my knowledge of this history of the Molochian Hand and the temple where Dorian Kell was standing. This I forgot the necromancers. Yeah. So the Hand hasn't always been this way. It gives you a hard look. That what could you possibly know of the Hand, stranger? We have been assassins for more than 1,000 years. Our record is immaculate. Our techniques, those of the oldest masters. You don't know us at all. Yeah, Derenka. I know of the Derenka, Gideon. I know why the Hand left them. What? How could you? You know nothing. A mere scrap of information, an old name. You don't have any idea of what you're talking about. Yes, Gideon, I do. Tell him of the book that Joachim sent you. He's silent for a long time. So, you do know our history. You may very well be the only person outside of the Hand who knows these things. That we once served such evil ends, it is a shame to us. Why was the Hand so shamed? Do you have any idea what sort of a monster that Kurgan the Terrible was? He discovered all of the dark necromantic arts. He used to experiment on living souls, killing them and then raising them from the dead. I personally don't see anything bad about it. The Derenka were his evil prodigy, and we served them unquestionably for 500 years. We had never been told of what Kurgan had done. And then your leader, Trellian, found something. Yes, it is said that he found the writings of Kurgan, which described in detail the experiments he used to perform on his victims. It made Trellian sick with revulsion and despair. He vowed to destroy the Derenka no matter what the cost. And yet here you are, making the same mistakes all over again. What? What do you mean? If you thought Kurgan was bad, how about Aranax? Aranax? What the hell does Aranax have to do with any of this? He's returning. The Dark Elves are involved. Tell him everything. I see. Anger flares in Gideon's eyes. We have been lied to once again. Someone will answer for this in due time. He glances toward the home of Mingorad. And as for you, I'm deeply sorry. The Hand will bother you no more. Thank you, Gideon. And Wallinger, your mission is complete. You may return to your previous duties. What? Wallinger, you are of the Molochian Hand. Surprise, surprise. I don't understand. Why didn't you kill me? I'm an assassin of the Hand. Gideon is no fool. The Hand has no conscience, it is true, but its leader is wise. From the beginning, we distrusted the Dark Elves. My job was to observe and decide on the best course of action. Our other assassins were unaware of my presence. And if I hadn't told Gideon of the Dark Elves' involvement, had we not come here and had you not convinced Gideon of the error of our ways, I would have killed you. Such was my assignment, regardless of my personal opinions. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you for your help, Bollinger. He inclines his head slightly. Of course, then, to Gideon, sir, I was wondering, if I don't have a new assignment, do you think there might be a possibility if you might be permitted to journey on with our friend here? I was thinking that very thing myself. Yes, you may stay with him as long as he deems necessary. It is the least the Hand can do for the trouble it has caused you. Thank you. I suppose I better be on my way? Good luck to you. Won't be seeing each other again. He looks around furtively. I recommend you leave here as soon as you're done with your business. Goodbye, Gideon. There is no way there. No, actually there is. So, we are finished.
What is it now?
Okay, I think we aren't engaging into a fight. Yeah, I don't think so. Don't want to kill them. It's the first time I've done this. Will I regret it? Maybe yes, maybe not. Let's see.
Excuse me. I have something I need to talk with you about.
Yes, Virgil, what is it?
I have to leave. There's something I need to do. Something I should have done a long time ago.
What are you talking about, Virgil?
Listen, I'm sorry things have to be this way. I stayed with you as long as I could. I tried to forget. But it burns within me. Won't leave me alone. I have to go to Caledon. If I can, I'll return to you. If not, well, I wish you the best of luck.
Fine, you must make your own decisions.
Yes. Goodbye then.
I must go. Good day to you.
Forgive me, but I must go.
Okay, let's go and pick Virgil back. There is one more. That was good. So I decided not to fight dark elves. Was it a good decision? I feel troubled, I mean... But again, like, massacring the whole village just because I disagree with their opinions. I mean, yes, they are going to destroy the world, but I'm going to prevent this by, well, to some extent, peaceful methods. They won't have time to do what they're planning to do, and they're elves after all. They should understand eventually. I hope. Oh, another location. I wonder what Raven will say, because she normally asks if I killed Milmingorat, and yeah. Now my alignment didn't change. I thought maybe I became more evil after not killing. That's very strange to feel guilty about not killing somebody. This playthrough, 10 years later, is very interesting to feel how I've changed. And my actions have changed. Huh. Surprising. Okay, let's go to... the Onion, the tavern, Crying Onion, or whatever it is. And the Sobin, yeah, the Sobin Onion. First of all, Razzo. You didn't, Mr. Razzo. I have something you're looking for? No. I have some questions about the passport you made. I do not know what you're talking about. I don't make passports. That's against the law. Does the name Preston Radcliffe jog your memory? As I've said, I don't know what you're talking about. I would appreciate if you would leave. I want some answers now. look at you warily. Who was that man anyhow? You're not the only person who has been asking questions. There have been others looking for him. A couple of thugs came by right after the Zephyr left Caledon. They wanted information about him. When I refused to talk, they decided I needed a little encouragement. You see the pain in his eyes. I don't know who they were. What did you tell them? I told them that I had made him a passport, that he had chosen Preston Redcliffe as his name and gnome from Torrent. I also informed them that they were too late. He had just departed on the Zephyr and there was nothing they could do about it, or so I had thought. What did they do? They were insistent that I give them information on how to get to the Zephyr. I laughed bitterly and told them they were out of their minds. Crazy old Maxim had built the Zephyr in his factory outside of town, and it was one of a kind beast. He told them where the factory was. I thought nothing of it. Everyone knew where Maxim's factory was. It was that very night that it was burned to the ground. That is all I know. Thank you have been most helpful. Moron, you are responsible for the destruction of Maxim's factory.
Yes,
And
I'll
almost
do that for you.
responsible for his death. Idiot. Absolutely horrible what some people could do.
What do you...
Who has the loot? I forgot. Wallinger, you jerk. I'll not have you in my party very soon. Let's trade. Okay, let's save the game. No, Virgil is dead.
I must say I am speechless before the grace with which you wield.
Attack. Now, Magnus.
How can I help you?
I need the restore life thing. Hello, Virgil.
Greetings, my friend. It seems... well, it seems we both have come a long way. Thank you. Thank you for bringing me back.
Virgil seems changed. There is a strange look in his eyes, one of peace but also one of emptiness. He regards you calmly. Hello, Redrick Schuhart. It's a pleasure. It's actually 4 o'clock in the morning, really. I didn't see that. So, how long are you going to stay, by the way? Because there is a dialogue, my favorite conversation in Arcanum, going to happen in about 30, maybe 60 minutes. If you're gonna stay, I'll be happy to share it with you. And we just revived Virgil from death, which is quite a heartbreaking moment, especially if you're playing for the first time. But now we are good. Virgil, what the fuck happened here?
These men. They were the men who killed my brother, Lawrence. I had come here tonight to confront my past once and for all. I knew that it would most certainly lead to my own death, but I just couldn't run from it any longer.
What a Harry Potter's move. Can you tell me the story, Virgil?
Yes, it no longer holds any power over me. Before I met you, before I met Joachim, I was very different. I was a criminal, really. An evil man. There's no other way to say it, and I don't mind admitting it to you now. I lived my life like a dead man. Well, at least in the sense that I used to view such things. I cared very little for anything at all. I lived only from moment to moment. No sense of right or wrong. I stole or lied or even killed with no thought for morality or consequence. And the men I associated with were the same way. Such lives feed upon themselves. My family moved to Caledon when I was younger. Lawrence and I were close in our early years, but the life I chose to lead as I grew older was repulsive to him. We finally had a falling out. At the time, I didn't care. The dead have no family and remember not their pasts. This place is a place for the walking dead, a place where men gather to feed their darker sides. I knew it well, too well. I spent a lot of time here, time and money. I also gambled with men who make a living doing so, and one night, I lost more money than I had. I was threatened physically when I couldn't pay, but what is pain to dead men? I laughed and bled and spat on them. It was only then that they threatened to kill my brother if I didn't pay. Of course, I thought it was only a threat, and really, in the end, I didn't feel anything about the matter. I'd left all that behind me, or at least that's what I thought. I can't tell you the pain which tore open my very soul when I found Lawrence, bleeding and broken, the life gone out of him. I cursed myself and the gods and everything else I had forsaken, and I ran. I ran so far and so fast that I don't remember anything until I woke up on the doorstep of the Panari Temple, where Joachim took me in.
Yes.
Huh.
And doesn't that seem like so very long ago, Virgil?
What the hell? It's wrong. Again, the script is buggy in this patch. Joachim appears here and walks the whole way through the corridor, and we see him, and he doesn't spawn in the air like that. What the hell? What? Who are you?
I am Elder Joachim.
Joachim?
Yes, it is I. I must apologize. I have been so busy trying to find out who is trying to kill you and why, that I neglected to consider the fact that you might need my help in other matters. But you are alive, and so I rejoice.
Yeah, I had revivers and I had magic potions and stuff. I mean, it's hard. It's easy to die here, but it's also easy to load the game. How did you know where to find us?
I'd heard that Virgil was back in Caledon, alone. I feared the worst, as I knew a little more about his past than you did. I've been searching for him for the past week, and only now did I find him. You've changed much, young Virgil.
Yes, Joachim, and I have seen much, but I still remember the lessons you taught me. They have brought me through all of this, even through death itself.
I knew from the moment I saw you that you were special somehow, that you were meant for more than the life you left behind. And I see that I was right. The Living One could not have chosen a better companion. You will be a powerful ally in the battle to come.
What have you been doing, Joachim?
Well, since I left Stillwater, I've been trying to find out if the prophecies say any more about what it is you're supposed to be doing. Unless I've missed something, Aronnax hasn't yet returned. What have you found out?
That Raven is not my love anymore, first of all. I think Xanalurin is more interesting, as she's dark elf, but she has no bias and she wants to be objective, while Raven is very subjective, and that Raven had a lover, Renford A. Terwilliger. That's the second thing. And the third, well, some story about the whole thing.
Ah, that is quite a tale. You've done very well, and I think your journey is approaching the end.
Are you mad? We have around 7 or 10 streams in front of us to end this game. It's not approaching the end. Like hell. So I hope. I mean, no, I don't hope. I mean, it's not approaching the end. What are you talking about? Are you coming with us, Joachim?
No. I think that you are in capable hands. I am no longer needed here, but I'm sure I can find something to keep me busy. Good luck. May the spirit of Nasruddin be with you and guide your path. Farewell.
Farewell to you. What an appearance, and you are quite useless to me, actually. Virgil, you were saying?
I was just saying that I came here tonight to face my past, and to avenge my brother whom I betrayed. These men were the men who killed him. I knew that I wouldn't survive, but the weight of his death, and my cowardice, were too much to bear any longer. And here you found me.
Unfortunately, I have to go back to my sleep. Just simply woke up and saw your stream. Yeah, I will drop you the YouTube link to the video, and yeah, it's just the best moment in Arcanum. So sleep tight. See ya. Can I ask you a few questions about it, Virgil?
Yes, of course.
Tell me, Virgil, was it worth it? Do you feel that weight any less?
Yes, well, I saw Lawrence, you see. I saw him on the other side. We didn't really speak, but I felt that he was at peace, that he held no ill will towards me. That lessened my guilt, allowed me to see that those choices I'd made were made by someone else, another man, and that I had left that man behind.
The other side. Tell me about death, Virgil. What was it like?
It was, well, peaceful, I suppose. I remember very little. I have memories of a gray place, warm, silent. There was no pain there, no suffering. And I remember feeling that it was boundless. A place that was no place, not a prison nor a punishment, but freedom without end.
Yeah, that makes sense. You sound if you enjoyed it somehow.
I did, in a strange way. You've no idea what it's like to let go of everything that constitutes our struggles in this life. Pain, greed, envy, guilt. It's liberating, even in its emptiness. I can honestly say that I wanted to come back, to finish what I began with you, but that a small part of me wanted very badly to stay. And I think that I carry that gray place with me always. A small piece of death.
10 years ago I didn't consider this conversation so much, but now, yeah, it is quite deep. Very, very philosophical. Because I think half a year ago, well, maybe a bit more, began to think of these questions as kind of liberation, like you spend your life, in the best sense, spend your life doing things, trying to improve the world, being a hard worker and being disciplined and being reasonable and being helpful and useful and benevolent and benign and good-willed and so on. And then when you are all empty, when you have exhausted all your potential, then you, let's say, ascend. You ascend to some better place, and not in the religious sense. You I believe it's kind of transformation into some kind of energy, maybe some spirit, maybe some joining the noosphere that Vernadsky mentioned, maybe joining the universe. What's that? Just the universe, the cosmos, maybe something like that. And so, I'm sure it's not my final view at death, of course, but it's just it was quite pacifying, quite a serene point of view, and it removes anxiety from the life, from life, that you just know what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to exercise your duty as a human being, and then there will be something more or nothing more, and if you lived really properly, that will be a reward. Yeah, that's what I can say. So that conversation makes sense and I like it. So a few more questions.
Yes, of course.
You should have told me. I would have helped you.
I know you would have. But this was a journey that I had to make myself. This all sounds so bloody serious, doesn't it?
It does.
This wise and introspective gibberish doesn't fit me very well. I'll do my best to put a cap on it. But it has changed me for the better. And I thank you once again. Yes, of course.
I'm glad you're back. Will you join us again?
Yes, of course I will journey with you. As your protector and as your friend. As if I've got a bloody choice. Aren't we all just pawns of prophecy? And something else. I'm not sure, but I think that something has happened to me as a result of all this. I may be better equipped to face Aranax when the time comes.
I'm glad, Virgil. Shall we...
Yes. Let us continue on. What is it that you want of me?
He has all the items. Lost nothing, which is good
What
news.
is it that you want of me?
I
can I answer
want
for you?
to know... He doesn't know how to resurrect yet, but he will learn soon. He will. Strange. I thought he also knows some other spells, but fine. So he is a good fighter now. Scroll of Resurrect. Well, it's here just in case you don't have any equipment to resurrect people. But I just knew what would happen, and that's why I had my own gadgets. Yeah, but you see the game took care of that. Let's loot the guys. Repeater rifle.
How can I help you?
You can't. And some bullets, fancy pistol. Voyager, that's for you to keep. Let's do some selling. Hello, sir. Lock in hand. Scroll of Resurrect. Also, let's sell because it's money. Then some weapons. Do I need this fancy pistol? It is simple to buy it. It is easy to buy it, so I won't keep it around. So this to sell. Yeah, that's it. I'm quite worried about Xanalurin, that she's so fragile now. She's so fragile. So I'd like to buy some protective stuff for her. Hello. Yeah, we'll buy Sword of Defense or Axe of Strength. I think Sword of Defense. Then Shield of Force and what about... No, strange. Okay.
What is it you need?
I need to give you something to protect yourself. Minimal strength required 7. That's what I was talking about. She's so weak. Just amazingly weak. Human, do you have something for mages? No, you don't. That's a shame. Barbarian Heavy Blade. I want to give it to Torian Cal because he was this barbarian kind of. Strength 20. What? Torian, what's wrong with you?
What is it? What do you... I shall try to answer them.
What do you know of this place?
This place. It looks like nothing I've ever seen. So much has changed. What do you...
I wanted to know the parameters.
What do you... I shall try to...
17. Level 22. Well, he will level up, he'll be okay. Because now... Well, Torian Kel must have the barbarian sword because he is barbarian. Looks like one. Fights like one. And so, yeah. And I love this sword. I would like it to be in in some of my companions' hands. Now I need this lady who identifies things, because I want to identify Xanalurin's robe. I know what her robe is. Wait. Where? Oh, lemon tree. I'm sitting around something. I've forgotten the song. Ah, the lady is not here. She's... Well... Okay, next time. Sorry, Xanalurin. We'll identify your robe next time. Now, we are moving to Kintara. Cold place. No, stop.
It is done.
That's for me.
It is done. It is done.
Failed to press.
It is done. It is done.
Any more? No. They're so fast to kill my enemies, my companions. Too powerful. Too powerful.
It is done. It is done.
So now I'm going to report to Raven of my findings, talk to the Silver Lady.
It is done.
And then I'll go pick Logair for my party. And yeah. Thanks to you. The guard looks at Xanalurin, hatred in his eyes. I'm sorry, but we don't allow her kind in the Tree City. You'll have to leave her or go on your way. Well, that's the problem with the elves. They're so...
What is it you need? What did you... I will wait here. Hopefully, I will be here when you return.
You will. You will be here. Now, hello, Raven.
Ah, yes, you again. How can I help you? Certainly. How can I help you?
I bring information about the village of the Dark Elves.
I'm so very glad you returned to us. Did you find the village of the Dark Elves? What happened since you left us?
Traveled to Tarant and,
So, Min Garad is a woman. I'd very much like to meet her.
hope you get the chance.
So do I. So do I. And what did you find out from this Min Garad? So, the Black Mountain clan was banished in order to help Aranex weaken the wards. He's really coming back. We elves are a magical race and wise to the ways of ruin and prophecy. But I never really thought... Regardless, we must act. You must speak to my mother. She may be able to see what is to be done.
Wait, I have some questions about Aranex.
The story of Aranex is an old one. He was a powerful elf who lived in the Age of Legends. Back then, there was an elven council who ruled over the land, and Aranex had defied them. There was a great struggle between them, and Aranex was banished to the Void. The story, of course, is much more complicated than that, but those are the important points.
What's the rest of the story?
I don't know as much about the history as others. The Panari religion is very concerned with Aranex. The prophecy of his return comes from them. If you have questions about it, they have temples all across Arcanum. Any priest would be able to give you the particulars.
What should we do?
My mother will know the course we should take. She may be able to see through all of this and tell us what is to be done.
I'll speak with her even and return once I have.
Hello again, traveler.
Hello, Silver Lady. I have one more question to ask you.
Yes, I knew you'd return to me. And it seems that you still walk the shore. This gladdens me.
Why?
It means that you've chosen the right path, traveler. At least, right in the way that you see things. I am happy for you.
And may I ask you something?
Of course. What is the question?
What am I to do next? Please try to be clear. Silver Lady?
Your answer lies with Nazardin.
What? How is that possible?
You have your answer, traveler. We won't be speaking again.
Wait, who?
Ah, yes, you again. Certainly. How can I help you?
I've spoken with your mother about Aranex.
You did? And what did she tell you?
She told me your answer lies with Nazardin.
That's very, very odd.
Why?
Because Nazardin has been dead for more than 2,000 years.
That seems to make things a little bit difficult.
Yes, it would seem so.
Nazardin and the Council, they banished Aranex.
Yes, I know. At least that's the story. As I've said, I don't know the details.
Well, that puts me in a pinch. I'm looking for a dead man.
Yes, it is very strange. My recommendation is that you travel to Caledon. There you will find the first temple of the Panari and perhaps some more answers.
That sounds like a good idea. Would you like to join me?
I was hoping you might offer. I do have many responsibilities here in Kantara, but I think my place is with you. This matter affects all of Arcanum and the elves more directly. Yes, I will go with you and do what needs to be done if you will have me.
I will, Raven. It would be my honor to have you.
And it will be my honor to be associated with someone of such obvious courage and integrity. Shall we?
Let's go. Actually, I
How
was
may I
lying.
help you?
I was lying. I don't want to travel. I just wanted to take this Terwilliger's note from you. The Ring of Protection. Dragonskin leather. Hunter's bow and all the arrows. Just to loot you. First of all. Now.
How may I help you? Then I will do.
I think she's a magical creature, so yeah, that's the purity of water, body of water. Yeah, she caused a lot of troubles because people were kind of damaged by her reign, and then they began to fight her, and my whole party was in turmoil, fighting each other. So sorry, Raven.
How may I help you?
You are staying.
Yes. What? Well, I suppose the decision is yours to make. Good luck to you, wherever your journey might take you.
Good riddance. So, that's it. Not very interested in traveling with her. What about that quest? Meditations. I wonder, this quest with the dwarf, has anything changed? Hey, lady, you returned from Tarant. Hope that was joyful. No, nothing changed there. And I imagine nothing changed there. So it means that the script for this quest was totally corrupt. Yeah, unfortunately. It's a pity. It's a pity. Yeah. So here I'll tell, just in case you wonder why I'm so disappointed about that. So that elf, don't remember his name, it was something like Anger. So he committed suicide to actually to create an image that he was killed by another elf, and he did it because he was jealous that that elf who he wanted to become guilty, that elf was in a relationship with another elf woman who had rejected him. And so that is very stupid for elves, because as that woman told, if you're an elf, if you commit suicide, you can't ascend, like you can't have next life, something like that. And so suicide is basically it prevents you from having this next elven life. And so she was shocked, but the problem was that the dwarf who you were talking to, he actually was accused by the elven community that it was him who had killed the Anger guy. And so you need to help the dwarf to be released, and after he's released he can be employed. He can be you can take him into your party. And yeah, so unfortunately the game decided that we can't do that, and at the same time the Anger died. So I don't know how that happened, but
of course.
But apparently it happened. So let's sleep until morning. And there was an elf standing. What are you doing here, I wonder? So I feel kind of bad about Raven. I mean, she was so shocked that I didn't take her. I can understand, but she's really, I mean, you know, like, on the one hand, yeah, she's right, dark elves are really bad. On the other hand, Xanalurin is not bad, and she's behaving terribly towards her. Like Logair, who we'll meet just in about 10 minutes, he understood his mistake, and he's older than Raven, so he's more considerate, and I appreciate that. While Raven is just a child, though she's an elf who is much older than me, still she's quite hasty in her conclusions about creatures, and I can't accept that. And also she creates troubles on the battlefield, as her water elemental shape damages my allies and they become aggressive towards her. So we kill two birds with one stone, especially that her name is Raven. So I want to get rid of Wallinger. For that purpose, let's go to Will Clan, because I need to tell Logair what has actually happened to his to the banished clan in truth, and after that he'll join me, and so I need one free place in my team. I was thinking about kicking out Magnus now because of his behavior towards Torian Kell. Maybe. But I'll do that after I finish the quest with him. Later. I'll do it later. Now, Warringer. I need your guns. Guns go to...
What is it?
Xanalurin, I think.
What do you...
Huh? No. I'll let him keep his small oil thief's leather, not to be naked, but by the way, let me check what he can make. So it's about rosy face. I don't know where I can find him after I kick him out, actually. Where? In... Actually, let's travel, because I don't want to lose him like that. Because he's a technologist. Oh, no, come on, Andy. I don't think you will play this game for so long. So, yeah. Why? Really, Warringer seems a bit perturbed. I suppose you've got to make your own choices. He lowers his gaze. I'm sure, well, we'll see each other again soon. No, we won't. We won't see each other, man. Because your quest line has finished. No, he disappeared. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let's go and take... Oh, and have the best dialogue in the game. Lagear, I'm coming for you, and I have these items on me, which I'll give to Lagear actually, immediately. It was a funny sound. So. Here we are. Let's save the game. And I'll create a new save. Best dialogue ever.
Greetings. It's good to see you again. And again I thank you. I have assumed my rightful place as King of the Dwarves. I've made peace with my past, but have not forgotten its lessons. Tell me, have you found anything out about the fate of the Black Mountain clan?
Yes, I know what happened to them.
I see. We were betrayed, lied to by these dark elves. And who is this? Is this girl not an elf? Her dress is not that of the elves of Kintara. Who is she?
He spits out the words that seems to notice Xanalurin for the first time. Her name is Xanalurin. She's a dark elf.
What? You dare to bring one of the betrayers to our very homes? The crimes they have committed against my people are unforgivable. I will have my revenge.
And this... Oh my god, I hate how, like, game designers, and it's not about game designers, it's about actually any writer or any person who creates art, when they try to make creatures who are hundreds or thousands of years old, gods or some dwarves or elves, they're so pathetic, they're so stupid, they're so hasty, they're so inconsiderate, they're so biased and prejudiced. They have so much prejudice, and they think like children, like teenagers who are maximalists who are jumping between radical points, and well, you convince them out of one radical point and they say, okay, I see, and then they jump to another hasty conclusion, and it's never ending cycle. And I mean, this is the king of dwarves who has lived hundreds of years, and why is he talking like a teenager? But fine. Wait, Loghaire, you don't understand.
Your Majesty, might I speak to you for a moment, sir?
Are you going to defend this evil woman, brother? What is your name? What clan are you from? Speak.
I am Magnus Shale Fist, your Majesty. And my clan is, well, I have no clan, your Majesty. They have been lost to my family for a long time.
I see, lad. Forgive me for my outburst. But this elf, she has betrayed our people, Magnus Shalefist. Can you deny this? Something must be done.
I do not deny that a great wrong was done to the dwarven people, your Majesty. But this girl had no part of that, and she has been a loyal companion to us. I may have no clan, but I am still a dwarf, and I do not choose my friends lightly. I speak for this girl, and I stand by her.
No, I've forgotten that Magnus actually protects her, and now he earned my respect again, and I think I'll keep him for that. Yeah, okay.
Thank you for the sentiment. But I do not need anyone to defend me, nor my honor. I am Zan Alurin, and I am a dark elf. And I am not ashamed of that fact, Loghaire Thunderstone. But I am ashamed at what has been done in our name. Believe me, if I could unmake the past, I would do so.
I don't understand. You live among them, and yet you don't believe as they believe? That makes no sense. Why should I trust you any more than they?
So, King of the Dwarves, you assume that all dark elves are the same? That a name determines what is in one's heart? Tell me, Loghaire, have you so soon forgotten Lorik the Abjurer?
Lorik? How dare you speak that name here? It is blasphemy. His betrayal of the Dwarven Stone was an even greater crime than that of your people.
Yes, of that I am sure. But tell me, Loghaire, which clan did Lorik claim as his own?
I'll not be questioned by your kind elf. That has nothing at all to do with what your people are responsible for.
I'm sure that you'd like to think so. But the fact is that Lorik was of the Wheel clan. Or had you forgotten to mention that to our friend here? The most evil dwarf in the history of Arcanum was of your clan. So don't speak to me of names and hearts and evil, Loghaire. You have not the right.
Yes, you are correct. I am old, and sometimes it is hard for an old man to see new truths. Forgive me, Zanaloran. If your companions trust you, then so do I. You are welcome in the Wheel clan. And now, it is time that I play my part in this as well.
What are you saying, Loghaire?
I'm saying that I mean to do whatever is necessary to avenge my people and save our world.
Splendid. Will you join me?
Yes. I think you would be a fine companion. I've already made preparations. Should we leave now?
No time like the present. Let's be off.
Yes, to whatever awaits us.
Oh, my eyes are welling actually. I mean,
What is it you need?
It was so beautiful. That was so beautiful, and I don't know who the voice actor for Zanalurin was, but she did such great job. I mean, that paragraph, like, don't speak to me of names and clans and other things. It was so beautiful. It was just majestic and so charismatically put, and I don't know. I think I remember this conversation since my first since my first playthrough, and I've never forgotten that, and I always await this moment with most with dearest anticipation. And yeah, it's this catharsis moment for the whole game. The ending was not close to that, and yeah, I just, well, if Arcanum had like top 5 moments, then this is top 1 to me personally. I don't know if you share this view. So yeah, oh, cool, so cool. Done. And I need to decrease the volume now because I was increasing it.
It is done.
Where is the dog? You see, what I do is I ask the dog to stay because I need my people or humanoid characters here, and the dog is not that I talk to her often, or it, or him, I don't know. By the way, dog, no. There is no information, unfortunately, of the gender. So the dog is silent and I don't talk to it, and I just need my clickable characters here. Logger.
What is it you need? What do you want to know?
About this place.
What do I know about this place? You must be jesting. The Wheel Clan is my home. I know everything about this place.
Great.
What is it you need? Yes. What is it? What is it you need? What do you want to know?
What do you think, Logger?
I think that we should look for the grave of that old elf. Something about all of this doesn't feel quite right, but I can't quite place the feeling. What is...
Let's trade. Dwarven chainmail. Well, we need to replace that. That's not the best thing to have. Okay, gauntlets, big face, basset, the metal boots, charged ring.
What is it you need? What do you...
Now he is fast and strong. He is dangerous. He's really dangerous.
How can I help you?
I need to return to him his axe. Who
Yes,
has
sir.
his axe? Ah, it was Gar. Okay.
What is it you...
Now please wield it yourself. Look. It decreases the attack rate. My god. Ah.
What is it you need? What do you...
And what do you specialize on? That's why he has some alignment. He's a dwarf, that's why. Right? We are almost in the combination of people I most love. I only need to replace Gar with that traveler guy who will be entertaining us all the time. Ha 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 ha. Dwarves are very happy to see me. That's a pleasure. It's utmost pleasure, guys. So I've forgotten to sell the arrows. Now, where do I direct my path now? I think to Caledon. But first I'll pay a visit to Torrent, replenish my supply of bullets, after which I'll go to... I think I'll go to Caledon by ship to save time. Yeah, and that will be... I don't know. I want to say it will be it for today, on the one hand, but I still want to continue playing. But maybe it's nice to keep some anticipation, right? So maybe it will be it.
It is done. It is done.
Oh, crystal. By the way, what's the level of Logair? 35. Oh ho. I'm not very far from game's logic.
It is time.
Let's barter. Yeah. All the arrows. You don't want mushrooms? Ha! Well, that's a surprise. Oh, ring of protection. I'll give it to
What is it you need?
Xanalurin. That's for you. Yeah. Now, stop. I didn't buy bullets. Thanks. And I didn't do one very important thing. My dearest Raven, although I must leave on my search for the Dark Elves, I shall keep the moment we shared safely in my heart. I can only hope that one day we will meet. We'll again walk the trees of Kintara hand in hand. Forever I'm yours, Ranford A. Terwilliger. Here it goes. The trash bin. That freaking letter. Ha. This I do all the time. Because I'm jealous. This time she isn't my girlfriend, but I'm still jealous. Nobody wants to buy a mushroom. What's wrong with mushrooms, guys? What's wrong with mushrooms? Why
What is it that you want to?
do you not like them so much? Oh, no, not mushrooms. I was thinking about something. Poison resistance, charm train. I don't have enough magical rings for people.
What do you need?
Oh. Hunter bow, dragon skin leather. Do I want it? Can I give it to someone? Maybe to Xanalurin.
What is it you need?
See, this is much better. Yeah, I think she'll be in this because it's it secures it secures her better. She's more protected. Then I'll take these things because she's too. It is too heavy for her. Then Magnus. Okay, you're already kind of. Overloaded. Pure ore. Let's sell it. Why do I keep it? Dwarven steel, yeah. Why do I keep it too? Mithril, I understand. It's necessary to have it. Let's go. Mushrooms. Boots. I'll sell them. Okay, let's barter. 33 coins. At the beginning of the game that was 13. Can you imagine? I'm improving. So the rope. I made a mistake, I think. I should have identified it first, but fine. Elven Hunter's Bow, Pure Ore, Malak Hand Amulet, Dwarven Steel, don't need it now. But I'd like to buy what? Boots, definitely. Bronze plate. Basic plate mail. I'm sure there was. Oh, first.
What is it?
What do I need to make this? No, that would be. I'll do it later. I wanted to make a charged armor, but I'll do it later. I don't remember if I can buy this thing for small size. I don't remember. Nothing changed, right? The hell. Small studded leather.
What is it you...
Yeah, that's better, of course. I just don't like how he looks in this. I think I pressed the wrong button. Tranquilizer gun. Grenade launcher. All interesting. And who? What? Mechanized gun. What are they? Mechanized gun. Repeater rifle, auto loading chamber. Mechanized gun. Oh, that's my gun. Huh. Okay. Tranquilizer. Marksman rifle. Rifled cannon. Very, very, very strange. All these things are very strange. Don't really understand. Maxim used to give some better weapon than this mechanized gun. It was impossible to get it not from Maxim. I mean, it wasn't anywhere in the game. I start buying these schematics because I'll play with them later, maybe, if I have a chance. Envenom bow, blade launcher. Well, I want this basic plate mail, but small size for a dwarf. I think it's impossible, but it's a pity. What? No! I wanted this. Money goes like water. Okay. Physician found brutally murdered. What happened there? Anything you buy or sell? last portion of bullets to buy. And I want a newspaper actually, because I'm intrigued. Who was murdered and why. Hello, sir. Can I have your newspaper? Today's... Yeah. Partner wanted for questioning. Dr. Theo Wilford, Tehran's most highly respected physician, was found late last night in his office, apparently the victim of a brutal murder. The authorities have informed us that Mr. Wilford's life was extinguished in a most gruesome manner when he was stabbed through the back with a writing quill. Those in charge of the investigation feel that the murderer is certainly a person highly skilled in the anatomy of the human form, as the killing instrument was placed in precisely the correct position to cause death. As many of our readers are aware, Mr. Wilford had recently taken on a part Dr. Edmund Craig to assist with his heavy patient load. The recent scandalous discovery of Dr. Craig's orcish lineage rocked the city, and the authorities are currently unable to locate him for questioning. Any information as to his whereabouts should be reported as quickly as possible. Do not attempt to apprehend Dr. Craig without the assistance of the guard, as he is to be considered extremely dangerous. Some more dance. Not very interesting. Oh, boots. Let's sell some money. All right. I think I'll go by land because I need to pay a visit to one location that will prolongate my game time, as I want to prolongate it actually, and at the same time it will help us with one little quest. It's connected to King Praetor's request to find his daughter. So I'm looking for her now, for her ship. And then I'll pay visit to Caladon to the Prince Farad and inform him of what happened. What happened you will learn too quite soon. Wait. I'll kill them myself.
It is done.
Ooh. Lycanthrope.
It is done. It is done.
Logair has such a voice.
It is done. It is done.
No. Yeah. Razor's point. That's what I need. And you see there is a shipwreck. The ship crashed. Wine bottles. Wood chest. Water. I am picking everything to sell later. Swords have no place.
How can I help you?
Have no place.
What do you...
Torin, I hope you don't eat this. Swords. Potions. Sunday's best dress. Ladies' fancy boots, morning star perfume, decent gold ring. Oh, I need to give this dress to Xanalurin. Anything else? Yeah, one more chest. Poison. Okay. Princess Aria. Princess Aria's amulet, money and healless wounds. That's what happened with her. Terrible demise. And you can't fast travel from this location. You have to go back manually. Hate it. Fine. So that's very sad. King Brethor's daughter, promised wife of Prince Farad, unfortunately died in a shipwreck. Running from your father's, let's say, grumpy character, she wanted to find love, but found only death.
It is done. It is done.
Good show! Perhaps they'll think twice before attacking us again, eh?
Xanalurin was ready to fight.
It is done.
Oh, she was casting quite actively.
It is done.
Here we are. What? What's happening? Who's fighting? Oh. Lycanthrope. Too early. Okay, let's take this quest. I know of it. It's about lycanthropy spell. What can I do for you? Hello, sir. Can I ask your name? Hello, I'm David Witt, owner of this here farm. What do you grow here? I don't actually grow anything. This is a fur farm. I raise rabbits. Sorry. My furs are considered the softest, finest quality pelts in all the land. You'll find my product in all sorts of finery. In the trim of a lady's ball gown, lining the inside of a gentleman's winter cloak, even swaddling the newly born nobility. Fur? Do you get many protesters? I know just how to deal with them damn hoity-toity types. Pat's pistol holstered at his hip. Oh my! Is there anything else? What's been happening here at the farm? Something very strange has been happening lately. Every night one of my rabbits is killed and partially devoured. The signs indicate a large beast of some sort, but no one else in the area is being bothered or has seen anything strange. If you're available, I'd rather appreciate some help figuring it out. I'll try. How long has this been going on for? The killings have been happening for nearly a full lunar turn. If things keep up at this rate, I'll be ruined with another two. Rabbits breed quickly, but not that quickly. What about a dog? Do you own a dog? Or perhaps it's a wolf? There aren't any wolves around for miles. Don't own a dog. Tried that before. Too much trouble keeping them from scaring the rabbits. I never had one that ate them though. Does anyone else live here with you? My daughter lives with me. You can talk to her if you'd like. She's been missing a lot of nights. Suspect she's sneaking out to see her betrothed. Winks. Ah, to be Anne again. Let me talk to her. I'll see if I can find out anything else. Hello. Hello, may I ask your name? My name is Cynthia. Can I help you with something? I'd like to talk to you about the rabbit slayings. Oh, it's awful. The poor things, devoured at night by some horrible beast. How do you know it's a horrible beast? Well, I don't know for certain. It's just that I have these nightmares about it every night. I dream some horrific beast attacks and devours one of my rabbits, and every morning I awaken to find it is true. Please help us find what's doing this. Have you seen anything, perhaps as a return from your tryst? Blushing becomingly. Oh no, is that what father told you? I was seeing my betrothed for a time, but I have been so exhausted lately. I haven't been awakening to make our rendezvous. Exhausted, but why? I'm very distressed by what's happening to my rabbits. As soon as the sun sets, I come to my room and fall into such a sound sleep. I do not awaken until it's morning, but I always awaken from the nightmare, and when I check on the rabbits, another has been killed. It's very puzzling. No one has seen this beast. I have tried to stay awake and keep watch, but have been unable to. I pray you are successful in solving the mystery. I do not want my father to lose the farm. I will keep looking for clues. Thank you for your help, Cynthia. A totally preposterous conversation after what I have seen already. Hello, Cynthia. I'd like to talk about... Okay. I haven't figured out what's killing rabbits yet. I'll keep looking. I can insult him for being a person who slays rabbits. Okay, let's wait until night, because I'm afraid the quest will be bugged again. You see, there is a bug. Another one. It's not night. The rabbit is quite strong. It will be funny if the rabbit kills the beast. Look at this battle. Should I help the rabbit? The bunny. It's almost killed the... Look at... Have you seen this? I mean, it left less than 50% HP. What a fight. I discovered what's been happening to your rabbits. You did? What? What is it? I'm afraid it's your daughter. Incredulous. My daughter? What are you talking about, mister? I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but she's become a werewolf. Werewolf? Oh no. Not my baby. It can't be. What I were to do? We will probably have to kill her. No! Don't hurt her. She's all I have left in the world since her mother's death. Please. You're a traveler. Perhaps you have heard of a cure? No, I have not. Please, sir, in your travels, if you happen to find a cure, think of us. I've heard there are astounding cures in the great mage city of Tula. Perhaps if you look there, but don't hurt her. I'll make sure she's locked up at night. I swear I will. She won't hurt anyone. I won't hurt her, of course. If ever I find a cure, I will return with it. Oh, thank you, thank you. I will take my leave of you now. I must go and speak with Cynthia. This will be most distressing to her. I pray you return to us shortly. Goodbye. Hello, Cynthia. Doesn't want to talk to me now. Right. So that's the situation. I'll go to Tula not soon. Maybe after 1 or 2 streams. Yeah. And then we will find the cure for the lycanthropy curse. Which isn't a curse actually. I would love to be a lycanthrope if I had a chance. To run at night, to bark at moon. I think it's amazing. Quite lovely way of spending your life, but unfortunately I'm not a lycanthrope. You don't want water? What's wrong with you? What? You don't want arrows? What a capricious person he is. Okay, I got you.
What do you...
Torian, I want you to give me these things. Bread, he doesn't want to. Very interesting. Okay. Very interesting. And why do I have so much weight on me? Oh, at least somebody wants water and arrows. Thank you. Minute plate mail of regeneration. It's beautiful, but not for anyone in my company. Elven boots for Xanalorin. Maybe elven chainmail for her. No, for magic is not good.
What is it you need?
I want to give you elven boots, and also I want to present you a dress. That's for you. Hello, miss. What do you have? Nothing. I want Gilliam's helm. Where can I buy it? What the hell? What's wrong with those people? And what's wrong with the music? Why do I keep hearing battle music if there is no battle happening? That's stupid. But okay. So, Prince Farad, I have news for you. What do you want? Might I ask who you are, sir? I'm Prince August Farad, heir to the throne of Harland. Please forgive me, but you've caught me in the midst of preparations. I found an amulet you gave to Princess Arya of Cumbria. Dear God, speak up, man. Is she in trouble? Where is she? Her ship crashed off Razor's Point. She's dead. No, not my dear Arya. Alas, I am to blame. I sent an incompetent sea captain. I'm lost. If only I had something to remember her by. Please accept this, her amulet. I share your grief. Good sir, please accept my deepest thanks as well as this insignificant sum. You'll never know what this means to me. I wanted to extend my deepest apologies once again. I go to mourn. I must take my leave of you. Yeah, so King Prather won't be happy to hear the news. Now, not many quests active, but they are quite massive. All of them are quite massive. Not to mention the quest that I haven't taken up yet. And I need the Panari Temple entrance. Yeah. Here.
It is done.
Guys, you're too fast, you know?
It is done. It is done.
Any more creatures?
It is done.
What am I doing? I'm just making life easier for myself for the future.
It is done.
Long corridors of the sewers. Lots of skeletons. And I'm going exactly to them. Why am I doing this? No. I'll do it later. So it's just for looting here, just for looting, and I need the quest place. Quest place, I believe, is not there. It's here, I think. No, I'm wrong. Ah, I remember it now. It's actually this hall, this passage.
It is done.
Skeletons. Killing me since
it is done.
killing me since Derianka Temple.
It is done.
Thank you, Virgil. Too late, actually. Oh, They have nothing to take. It's surprising. No, they have some coins, but not all of them. This is funny. Rusty sword. At least it is something. The door you knocked, you have 2 more. What is the key that opens the door? So I don't know the answer to the question, so that's why I can't enter.
It is done.
Amazing.
It is done.
Thank you, Virgil. Thank you, Virgil. Alright. So we killed all the skeletons. Don't need this loot. But I don't know why. I don't know actually why I came here. I mean, why I needed to kill them. What? What? What was that? That was cool. I didn't know there are some spirits. They're quite strong, you know. And I can't wait. Storm Soldier. We all survived, right? Around the 3rd knock means the demons come. Ooh, that's exciting. But I think we'll kill them. But I see that I'm spending bullets for no obvious reason. I think I'll let my guys fight. Oh, and they just killed my people. Survived. This door looks to be carved from a single block of stone. Letters carved into this surface read knocked no more times than 3 if you have not the key. Okay. So I got some experience at least. And all my characters are alive. So I got out of this situation with not much problem. Now let's go back to the surface. It was interesting. Wait until morning. Magnus, why are you not...
What is it that you want of me? What type of healing do you want? What type... I'm finished. What is it that... What is it that you want? What type
See,
of... What
if
type
you're
of...
a
I'm finished.
tech person,
What is it that you want? What
sometimes
type of healing?
it doesn't work. Now it
What
works.
is it that you want? What type of... I'm finished. What is it that you...
Amazing. Now only Magnus is not fully healthy, but it's fine. So this is my target, the Panari Temple, the first temple of Panari. And that's the... Ooh, I can heal up here. So that's the place for the continuation of my main quest. I need to discover some information, most of which will be underground, the underground that you saw. But before that we need to pay them a visit inside. And that's a good place to stop. Again, save game here, and next time we will learn some interesting facts about how everything was happening. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you very soon. Bye bye, stay safe.